Hi everyone, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. Welcome. I'm so glad you could join me. I hope you've had a great weekend and a good start to your week. I'm always so happy on Monday when I can come join you and share a new project with you. So while we wait a couple seconds for people to find us, just remember, if you like my project, please comment, um, give me thumbs up, hearts, those kinds of things. Also, I'd appreciate it if you'd share my video. And then once you hit share, comment shared in the comments below, and you'll get a chance to win the project I'm working on tonight. So last week, made this really cute congratulations card, this fun fold. And the winner of this card is Trina Townsend. So Trina, I'll get this card out to you very soon. I think I have your address, but I may have to send you a PM to get that. So, but I will send that out to you very soon. And if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. Please subscribe to my channel. And once you do that, hit the little bell so you get a notification when I upload a new video. I usually upload a new video on Monday evenings. So that'll keep you in touch with what new project I'm doing. So I think that's all the business. We're going to get started. I have what I think is a very pretty card and a fun technique. So I'm going to switch the view to my hands and we're going to get started. Okay, welcome. Okay, where's my card? Here it is. This is the card we're going to be making tonight. I just think it's gorgeous. I love the colors. I'm using Pale Papaya and Flirty Flamingo for the ink for the flowers. I have Pear Pizzazz for these leaves. And we will be using I used these a couple of weeks ago on another card. We're going to be using the Butterflies and Flowers Layering Decorative Masks. We'll be using these two here and then some of these leaves. Let me show you some of the other ones that are in there. And of course, we'll be using the blending brushes again. There's that. That's the background. That's the one I used a couple weeks ago. I really like that as a background too. Here's one that's all vines. And here's one for doing butterflies. I haven't played with that, but I think I'm going to have to. And here's another big flower that you could do. So let me set that off to the side. Yeah, and like I said, we're going to be using cards off of, or images off of these two. Here, let me set this off to the side. Well, you know what? I guess we'll just get started. I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper here to work on. And let me see. We have Flirty Flamingo as our base. And that is an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of paper, or a piece of cardstock. It's folded in half, just like that. And use the bone folder to get a nice crisp fold. Next is a piece of Pale Papaya, and this is 3.25 by 4. And I have a piece of Designer Series paper. It's 2.5 by 4, and this is from the Pansy Petals Designer Series paper. Remember, our Designer Series paper usually has one side that is more graphic and then the other's more neutral. And I just love these papers. They've got some great flip sides to them. So if you haven't picked this up, this is out of the annual catalog. I definitely think it's one to add to your collection. It's a great set of It's a great package of designer series paper. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I think, is put this on, I'm going to go ahead and put this piece of designer series paper on my card, or on this mat. And then we'll spend time working on the front part of it. Let's see. Whenever I have something like this that matches up exactly, I will usually adhere that first and make sure the length's the same, and in this case it is, because if it was a little long I could trim it off. Or if I'd already put the base on the card, or the mat on the card base, I wouldn't be able to do that trimming. So I'll go ahead and put this together. Okay. You know, these stencils are really easy to use. You just play with color combinations. Okay, there we go. I'm going to set that off to the side for now. And you just play with color combinations. The key is, though, you want to put your lighter color down first. So, okay, we will start with the larger, because we have the larger one with the lighter color, and then we will go with the darker color with the smaller images. So, and there's no exact right or wrong. I'm just kind of lining it up the same way I had it here. I'm going to put it right like that. And when I had a bigger piece of paper, I was using some Post-it notes to help me not go off the edge and to not go into the, some of these, but not an issue here. But I can use it so I don't get ink off this edge, and it helps kind of hold it all together. So we will start with the pale papaya. So I'm going to take my blending brush, and my blending brushes, I have them for color families. Yellow, orange, pink, red. This is green. I have a blue one, and then I think I might have a red purple one. So, okay, and just go over this. Again, if I had a bigger piece of cardstock, I would put a piece of a sticky note here to keep it from getting ink on parts of the card I didn't want it to. So you just keep layering it on. Again, you can always add more, but if you get it too heavy, it's hard to take it off. Okay, I'm good with that. Put that over there. Now we are going to, look at that, isn't that pretty? We're going to use the other one. I'm going to flip this around. Let's see, do I have to do it like this? Yeah, this is the way it goes. And it takes just a little bit of time to kind of line it up. You want to make sure you're not seeing any of the white. So you kind of move it around until you get it where you want it. I mean, if it's not exact, it's not bad, but okay. So again, I'm going to put this piece here. That'll help hold it in place, and it'll also keep me from getting ink there. And you can see this one is on my cardstock, so I can get a piece of, I don't need a whole Post-it note, but I can go put it just like that. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a piece there too. It just has to do with, there we are. See, now I don't have to worry about getting ink there, as long as I'm fairly conservative here. But I want to get this adjusted. Put this almost where I want it. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I have my Flirty Flamingo. The first one was Pale Papaya. This one's Flirty Flamingo. And we're just going to go right on over that. You can just layer as much or as little as you want. If you want, you could lift this up and see how it looks. Beautiful. I think it looks great. There we go. That's all there is to that. If there was something you didn't like, you could probably get it put back, put it back so that you could put a little more ink on. You just have to make sure you match it up real close. Okay, now we're going to work on the leaves. And I am going to use, I'm going to start out with this leaf here. And you know what? This looks very pretty. You could leave it, but I think this green adds a little extra punch to it. So I'm just lining up at the edge of the flower. And get my sticky notes here. See, I'm going to put this here to cover that up. That one's not even on there, so that one's okay there. And then this one, I'll show you what I'm going to do here so I don't go off the edge. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm lining this up right with the edge of my flower. I'm going to put this here to just help me. So if I get a little over, it won't go on my cardstock. Okay. And this is Pear Pizzazz. See, I think I got that a little darker than I wanted it. But we're going to stop. And there we go. Next one we will do, it really doesn't make a lot of difference. I think I can go right here with this one. And you know, they're never going to be exactly the same. And that's okay. Because flowers aren't all exactly the same. That I can put that piece right there. You just want to make sure though that it's not under your stencil area, because then you'll see where your paper was and you won't have any ink on your card front where you want it. There we go. See how we are. That looks good. And I like that it's not exactly even. I think that makes it look more realistic. Okay, then we're going to put one right over here. Down like this works. I'll tell you, when I made this one, my piece of cardstock was bigger, and then I trimmed it down because I didn't know what size I was going to want it. That's why I did it that way. Okay, I can cover that up there. I can put a little piece right under that edge. There we go. And I'm going to put a piece right there, just in case. Okay. And there we are. We have the main part of the card done. It's really all it takes. It's not hard. It just takes a little bit of practice and patience. So there you go. I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put it on here, just like that. So I really do like these stencils. I bought them, and I hadn't purchased any Stampin' Up! Stencils before, and I thought, I saw those in the mini catalog. I thought, I'm going to get those and try those. Then I had them, and I hadn't done anything with them, and I decided I had to get them pulled in and work with the flowers. So, okay, we're going to stamp It's Your Day. This is a piece of pale papaya, and I've used this die from the Tasteful Labels die. We're going to stamp on here. And for this ink color, I decided to use Calypso Coral, because Calypso Coral is the other color that's in that dotted designer series paper, along with the pale papaya. So it all blends. I wanted to stay in that family, but I needed a darker color, and Calypso Coral was perfect. And I'll tell you, when you're not sure what color to use, sorry if my head's in the way here. If you don't know what color to use, take your cue, there you go, from your designer series paper. I do that more times than you know. Okay, we're going to use dimensionals. Boy, I can't think tonight. Let me get some dimensionals out. And the reason in a case like this that I like to use I like to put my sentiment on an attached piece, is because I went to all this trouble to make this beautiful card, and I would hate to ruin it by not stamping correctly. This way I can. So It's Your Day. There we go. And I think that this, I meant to say, this sentiment is from the Happiest of Birthday stamp set. This is a great stamp set. I love this big greeting. I like the fact that it's got a belated birthday card in there, or sentiment in there, and It's Your Day can be anything. Now, I don't know if you can tell, I have some embellishments on there in those flower centers. And let me get my little, like that. And we're going to use the polished dots. There's two different colors of polished dots in this envelope, or in this package. One is clear and one has kind of a pink. I'm using the pink, but really you could use either one. They tend to pick up the color that they are near. So I'm going to use the big ones for the larger flowers. Look at that. And the smaller ones for the smaller flowers. And there you go. Voila, your card's done. Isn't that gorgeous? And it really wasn't that hard. Just imagine the possibilities with the stencils. And so the next thing I'm going to have to play with is the butterfly stencil to see how that goes. So that's all I have for you tonight. I want to thank you for joining me, and please share my video and comment, share it, and I just might be sending you this card next week. Take care, everybody, and have a great night. Bye.